So, for the rest of this week, until I have time to plan out some possible college math topics starting on Monday, everyone's going to go through the sort of big picture budget exercises around what categories do you have to know you're going to spend money on when you become a full adult and you have to worry about your car, your housing, your health insurance, all of that different stuff that you have to consider when you're all on your own as an independent adult. And we're going to start getting more and more specific throughout this week and next week as to how do you budget for the life that you want? How do you make sure you're saving up for a house? How do you make sure you have enough money in case things sort of go wonky in your life? So today, once again, is going to be a very big picture look at what you need to think about in your life when it comes to money and budget. Then we're going to start getting more specific with actual math. It's a math class. So we can start getting more specific with budget goals that you guys can literally start using right now in your lives. So once we get here, you guys are going to go over to the Bean game. So we're going to go over to that spreadsheet that you should have already have opened. And you're going to see all these different categories, okay? Now, you are going to pretend that you have 20 beans to spend on your life. Those 20 beans represent a paycheck. Now, usually in person, I actually use beans. That's why I keep saying the word bean, so I apologize. But you only have 20 to spread around to actually buy the things that you want in your life. So we're going to go to each category and we're going to make our choice. So with housing, we have three different options. Living with family, where you share the cost of utilities like your internet, your water, your electricity. You can share an apartment with house or roommates, or you can rent your own place. Right next to the option you choose is how many beans of your 20 bean paycheck it's going to cost you. Now, I like the idea of sharing an apartment with a house or roommates. I see that it costs 3 beans. So when I go over there, I'm going to put 3 capital O's in there to represent that I just used 3 out of my 20 beans. So now I only have 17 left when I start going to the other categories. Insurance. Auto insurance. No coverage is obviously free, which is illegal technically. Liability coverage only covers the basic bare minimum cost where you still might have to pay a lot out of pocket if you cause the accident. And then comprehensive coverage really covers most of the cost of a car wreck. I'm going to try to save a little money. I don't want to break the law, so I'm just going to do liability coverage only for 2 beans. Oops, 2 capital O's there. Now, obviously, if this is assuming I have a car. So I'll make sure of that when I go down to transportation. I'll have to choose one of these car options for how I'm getting around. However, if you guys choose to walk or bike, then you don't have to buy car insurance. You don't have a car. So just know that some choices you make in one category might impact choices you make in the other ones. Health and disability. This is your health insurance. What happens when you get sick if you break your leg? I want my basic health insurance, and that costs 2 beans. And then property insurance, renter's insurance. We're going to talk about this a little more later, but renter's insurance covers the cost if a tree falls in your house, if it catches on fire, if someone steals it, even if you don't own the house. I like the idea of having that, so I'm going to put an O there. And you guys will keep on going, making all of your choices with food, clothing, recreation. And if you guys just make sure you look at the cost in beans, and that's how many circles you put to the side. Remember, these 20 little circles or beans represent your monthly paycheck. So you only can put 20 O's out there to spend on your life.